level. We're here, everybody. I did fucking lose to a dolphin. Alright, hold on. I do want to screen cap that. No reason. Alright, so I got the financing skill from Maki. And I want to find a way to equip it. Screen cap was loud as hell. Alright, we're good. See, this just like speeds up Psych Taxi, but it's okay. I don't need it. See, that helps. But it just saves a little bit of time. It's not really necessary. I need 32 slots here, so I gotta drop 10 more somehow. I mean, I like that, but dying actually doesn't matter, you know? Machine gun's fun. I'm not unequipping that. Yeah, I like looking at my options out there. Okay, well, I want that on. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, well, I guess I could just look on the right. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to equip this. I need 32, huh? So I got to drop 10. I gotta drop. This just speeds that up, but I don't really need it, huh? It's out. I like the librarian thing. That's like powerful. This is good. I guess I don't need charisma. I really don't. All right. I don't even have this equipped. I unequipped it, that's right. So, where is it? Jeez. These are the only twos, they're so shitty. Oh, Lord. Alright, quick review of the evidence. This is very confusing, but, let's go through it. Alright, file. Ultimate Inventor. 6:30. Yep. No injuries. Doesn't say the cause of death. Hell yeah, dude. Grasping her neck with both hands. It's kind of weird. It makes me think that like she was back in her real world self, even though she wasn't. Eyes open in agony. But I didn't think you could like control your body if you were in the world. I don't know. Plugged in, but they were unplugged, right? Poison on Kokishi's seat, though that's very like I don't know what to think of that. He volunteered to search outside the chapel. She split up, did her own thing. Something hit the chapel from the outside. Okay. Kaito was logged out. Got logged out against his will and took a nap. Alright. Promises can't break. Avatars can't be injured. And if you get beat up, you die. Cool. Down to the laws of physics. Maybe she did slide off the roof. So Miyu was the last one in. I don't think that's relevant, at least not at the moment. That'll probably be used to like prove Kaito's innocence or something. Miyu was up there. Yeah, we can hear the wraparound. Salon, dining room, kitchen. I can't believe mansion is involved. Embarrassing myself back in May is coming back to haunt me. Two floors, only the rooftop. Gonto was outside. That's weird. That's weird. It's quite weird. Yep. Alright, loading screen. Toilet paper! I love that one. It's toilet paper. Stuck on the wrong side of the rocks. Camera, cell phone, blah. Never logged out. Real body died, stays in. Okay. Oh, they don't show injuries, so you can't tell what happened. She was an object. Mm-hmm. Suspicious. There are no witnesses. Shadow wall. Yep. That one's interesting. Everyone logged in for the first time Avatar user error occurred. Maybe someone else was assigned, like, the object thing on accident. Alright, you know what? Let's do it.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
He's falling asleep.
Ah, screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation!
Oh.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
You're not subscribed, dude. I don't know. That'd be my guess anyway. I haven't seen it yet. He's fallen asleep. It's been a few weeks since the class trial, dude.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left.
Guess? I don't have a guess, dude. I don't think it's Kaito, and I don't think Kokichi actually did it, so I'm at a loss. Those are the two with, like, evidence against them, so we'll have to look further.
What happens if
What if
the
it was
votes
Gonto?
result in 2 first places?
If the death was, like, getting slammed into a wall, and Gonto's, like, the strong one, I guess.
Huh? You mean like a tie?
That's interesting.
It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
What? Then why don't we just split our votes in a circle? Mind blown. All you gotta do is, like, figure out... Okay, well, I mean, the actual blackened could fuck that up. If you could somehow... But then you'd know who the blackened was and it wouldn't matter. Okay, you couldn't, like, abuse that.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Monokuma's done.
Just ignore Kokichi.
He was waiting for me to
The
stream
rest
this
of us
again.
need to work
Too long.
together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's a negative way of looking at things.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still
just
logged
did?
in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able
This is
to move
obviously
freely.
not it.
Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have
right.
killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many
They keep
times.
going back to her, man.
Since Kaede.
Oh god.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Machine gun.
Mew was still logged in, though.
That's true.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it!
Unbossable.
We found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
That's true.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Kaito
That is
logged
the
out
problem.
first, by himself.
The poison, I don't
Mew
think.
was still logged in, though.
I don't think the poison did it.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito
I think I
culprit?
can
Impossible!
contradict.
Of course
that.
it's impossible.
Because this says like she'd be instantly dead, but she suffered quite a bit.
Possible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on
speed up button.
Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
What do you mean?
Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Almost forgot the buttons.
Wrong!
Alright, we got the B. Good start.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
Subconjunctival.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
That was like the least effort bait of all time.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Worst diversion ever.
Then, what was her real
No, dude,
cause
I
of
wonder
death?
what Korkio's X is on his death portrait. Need a view of it. Oh, Muse! Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Oh, man. Hammer. Let's see. It's probably events at the chapel. No?
Damn it!
Well, I'm a fraud already. Jesus. Cause of death. Are we talking about real life? No, what? This is bad. I'm off. D rank.
Damn it!
I mean, it's like she went into the building. Is it this?
This is it! Mew's cause of death was
Don't
the
worry,
killing
dude, I'll
game
get it.
simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that
It's
shock.
always fun when you can like explain the answer out loud, but you can't find the clue in game.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is
Don't worry
this
about the trial,
virtual
man.
world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
Freaking guy.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
I don't know if that's gonna help him.
So we split into
Oh,
two groups to
jeez.
find the secret of the outside world.
That's a mess of a death portrait. Goodness.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Tsumugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
NPC.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were
Can you guys stop
Keyboy,
hinting at how
Maki,
this case
Himiko,
works?
and the late Mew.
That would be great.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown
An X there
up.
somewhere.
Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Everyone's making titty jokes.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Same. Hope
Let's
so.
begin then.
I mean, the hammer has potential. I don't know about that. They say it sounded like it slammed into the side of the building.
In the virtual world, Mew was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Could be.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Oh my god.
Could she have drowned?
Oh.
In the virtual world,
Alright, where are we at? Okay, chapel in the wall where it ends. Object, huh? I don't think it was the hammer.
Mew was fatally injured. So let's
Wasn't the
focus our efforts on that
signboard.
first.
Wasn't the cell phone.
Whoever did that
Wasn't
to
that.
Mew was dropped.
Wait a minute, Mew's corpse? I guess I should do this and
Right next to
do this one with the strangulation. Although that's not how she died in the virtual. I'll just do it
Certain that
anyway.
blunt
Fuck
force was
it.
involved. I think strangulation.
V. V agreed. Agreed with Maki's V. That's such a low tier joke.
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our five senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Jeez. I strangled her. Going to do it? Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no way. Maybe.
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
I mean, it could have been a different kind of poison. Technically, you know?
Also,
But there was
when
a different
victim
model
is
there.
poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Damn.
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Dude, Eggman, you say that, but I don't want to play skee ball ever again.
case, her
You never
exact
know.
cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
This rules out Kokichi because they couldn't touch.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person
Strangled
would
with a
strangle
hammer?
a stronger person with a rope.
That'd be weird, but possible.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
Nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
You just grab the hammer and go. I mean, it could have been the good old Latisse. That would have been crazy. Oh, it's one of those two. Man, hammer would have been sick. I am a fraud. Dude, was it toilet paper?
This is it! During the investigation,
Oh my
we found
God.
toilet paper outside the mansion.
Are you kidding? What a terrible way to go out.
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Oh shit, we're dueling him?
What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off!
Shuichi
Not gentlemanly
goofing
at
off.
all!
It's poetry, really. This song is so good. Jesus. Oh boy.
There's no time for nonsense!
Oh, I gotta cut Gonta.
No can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death. So why you not take this serious? You call yourself ultimate detective?
Gonta's fed up with
Use
the
your
bullshit.
head! Figure out real murder weapon!
Oh, okay.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense!
Okay, I think I gotta go backwards.
No can use toilet paper
Oh, I figured it out by the
in
way.
place of rope! Would tear too easy!
How do I go backwards? Is this how I go backwards?
Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart! Oh no!
Oh no, Gonta bodied me.
There's no time for nonsense!
Hope this is the one that describes the
No can
rules.
use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
Yo, I got a V
I'll
cut.
cut through your words.
Well, too
The
bad.
toilet paper wouldn't tear
I beat it anyway.
because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Breakable in place of rope.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but...
That's how you could get up the building.
Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Man, they need to do like Danganronpa 1 HD or something and like make the lint roller a weapon.
Maybe the culprit
They did
tried to
toilet
get rid
paper,
of it,
that's one
destroy
thing
the
away.
evidence.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon. just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Monokuma!
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Don't talk about other chapters!
Yeah,
What the heck?
She did say she did.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
What did she need it for? Oh, you're talking backwards. I'm sorry. I apologize. I read it for a second, and I thought it said towards the last chapter. I'm on edge. Sorry, dude. I'm on edge here. No, it's my
Let's assume
bad.
that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
To break down a wall.
Uses for a hammer.
Useless for a
Don't
hammer.
know. Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
A DIY
Probably
project.
just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot, she was the victim!
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
Mew the Builder.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Toilet paper?
Uses for a hammer. Don't know. Mew gonna
weird.
build stuff with hammer.
DIY
Probably
project,
just
dude.
brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
Oh!
I agree.
We got the hidden V back there. Also, I used Kokichi's thing to agree with him.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What?
Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Good question. Was she planning to do it? I feel like she was planning to do it. If she was gonna do it, it's because he was like planning something. I don't know. Confess her love for Kokichi. I kind of want to. It's either the top or the mid, but it's probably top.
That's it! She was trying to kill Kokichi.
I feel like it'd be justified.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
I don't know about that.
If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Well, maybe. I don't know, dude. This is all over the place. Oh, baby, we get to drive very slowly. It's a good song, but we're gonna be here a while. I took off the, like, speed up psych taxi skill, too. It's gonna hit both? Nice. Sure, it's slow and boring, but damn if the song isn't good. Hopefully I run over some pedestrians. Yo, this one's mildly, like, well, not really difficult, but at least there's stuff in the way. Who tried to K-I-L Kokichi? What could the other letter be? I just can't figure it out! Oh, it was another L. Whew.
Kitchen time.
thinking time. No, I don't mind it. It's just like not difficult, which is fine. It's a fun experience. Kibo, no! Next time I play like Mario Kart 64, I'm gonna drive right into the fake item boxes because of this game. Check this out. Oh yeah. I don't have time to use slowdown. I guess it's the rooftop. Hate the music. Shaking my head. Oh, the afterlife. I definitely think Logic Dive is better. I think this is a good concept, though. It's just... whatever. TT. It's nice of them to try new things, I guess. The center. Yo, what's with the Samuki picture? You see that? It's the one from earlier. Still the center. I missed like 7 blocks. I was staring at Samuki. Whoa! Off-roading. Now that's a question for the ages. She did it, huh? That's why she logged in last. Huh.
It connects!
It connects!
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
Just keep it in mind. The other people in the trial just stood there for 3 minutes in silence as Shuichi drove in his mind. I'm on mean, dude.
Poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
That didn't make Psych Taxi any harder, that's for sure.
He did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
It makes perfect sense, actually. Unless Monokuma did it. Log in, log out record.
When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did
maybe
use
while
the
going to
poison
sleep
without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
No.
And then what? Log back in? Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miu couldn't have placed the poison. Then who put poison bottle?
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
That's true.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
No, it wasn't me, guys.
Seems you've touched a nerve.
When could Miu?
You like the sound?
You in the salon? Log in?
What was this?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miu couldn't.
I missed! I missed! As soon as I fired! No!
It was Miu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Machine gun is a skill I have equipped. I got it from playing the demo. I don't know if you can get it in the game without the demo.
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
It's like complete overkill, but it's fun to do since there's no like penalty for hitting non-white noise like there used to be.
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That's right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
Yeah, I got it from the demo. I don't know how you get it in the normal game. Oh, you buy it at the casino. Oh yeah, I think I saw it.
She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
I feel like Miyu didn't just do this though. Like there's more. Like someone set this up.
That's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
XXX.
This is it!
You were there, Kaito.
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
This is great and all, but I wonder... Where's it going?
I see. With that cell phone, she could force
Even with
anyone
this
to
plan,
log out at any time.
I'm convinced Mew was really trying to do that, just like, hey, well, time to kill someone. Who killed her?
But Mew never mentioned the cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use.
She was strangled on the roof.
She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use
not on
it
the
for
roof.
the
The
murder.
toilet paper was over there. There's some weird loop-de-loop connection.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
Evil.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting.
Yikes.
Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
Kokichi's like becoming Monokuma.
Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
How Stella got her groove back. 3. Danganronpa.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
Monotaro.
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
Yeah. That's what it is.
What you mean?
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
This is so...
And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder.
I feel like she was being
because she
like
had
peer
total
pressure
control.
or something.
And the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
Aw. It makes her seem sweet in that edit.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
Nice!
See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Kokichi sort
I
of
said
sound
that.
like Monokuma.
I said that!
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward?
Call him out,
You say some
Kaido.
interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Beat his ass, Kaido.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Get him.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Nah, he a bitch.
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
Shoutouts to Darude.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi.
Monotaro.
To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your
I'm taking
permission.
no prisoners tonight.
How long are you guys going to argue?
Got a lot of pent-up
Let's hurry
rage
this
from
up
a
and
week of not
continue.
streaming. Gotta go
If
in.
we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
I mean, Kaito does have a tendency to yell, but you might be right.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easily.
That's a call out right there.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Yo, Himiko calling people out. It's just Kokichi, but he's calling them out.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
Oh, Dirkus.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually.
No point in arguing with this guy at all.
Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see.
It's a fair question.
Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Oops.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
So one thing I am wondering about is, since she apparently got strangled to death or whatever, you know, why was there a loud bang into the side of the chapel?
Miu was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel.
This should do that.
Look at where her avatar fell. It's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
I love
Bridge would be
shooting
the
this.
only way to get across.
No, that's not right
So,
either.
her meeting with Kokichi...
She
Well, that might
stood
be in the
me
future.
up! Miu was waiting for me to arrive. sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No.
B.
That's wrong!
Nice, Fuzzy.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room,
Oh, yeah,
I
now
saw
I'll
Mew
say
pass
it.
by the window.
I'm glad I had to bring up her account.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Thank you.
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated.
Whoops.
She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She's not implicated because she's dead.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge
I guess her
scene,
plan worked.
just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-OK.
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
Well, you have been.
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
Oh. There was a sick wall object thing.
A way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge,
Whoa, achievement unlocked Master Silencer.
you use some kind of
Nice.
vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic.
This is teleporting
Or
might
she
actually
used
be
a
right.
warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could
I love
cross without a bridge.
the word effects.
Hidden route that only Mew could use to get
Yep,
across.
that's it.
I suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off. Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
Oh, shut up.
A way across it only Mew knew.
Like a hidden...
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
V.
I agree.
Can't believe I missed that one V earlier.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special
It's really
wall
nice.
to the world.
I love the effects. My other favorite part is, I said this before, but that you can't, or it's not a feature where you can like absorb a phrase and use it elsewhere in the argument. That was the hardest thing. It's nice that that
The
option's
wall
gone
stretches
for
along the
convenience sake.
y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive, Shuichi.
Holy, he just gave me a jump scare, dude. I was chilling to my explanation.
What is it, Kaito?
Oh my god, fucking Kaito. I was mid-sentence. I was right at the yellow word.
Jeez, can you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
It got me.
Nothing to do with it.
You don't even realize your mistake? You losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Luminary of the jump scares. Oh, another one. I'm thinking Mew's.
What we gotta figure out.
Oh, I gotta cut this. Cut! I can't.
How Mew got from the chapel to the net, so why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just...
Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, there we go.
Said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So you obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
I whiffed and then insta-cut the thing I needed. Oh my god.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Ooh.
I'll cut through your words.
V-cut from the rear.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means
She died
the virtual
as an
world treated
object
her avatar as an object.
from toilet paper.
She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Yikes.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself,
Maybe
Kaito.
if you weren't yelling,
You need to
Kaito.
listen to everything Shuichi says.
It's good stuff, Phantasm.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
Bother. I was just pretending to be an idiot.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Can you go punch Kokichi again?
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Joking.
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Oh, that thing I did in Danganronpa 2?
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
I didn't know I was an object. I mean,
But
I guess I was.
even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
It's almost like she was lying the entire
She probably
time.
lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Holy shit! Who's jacking it in the urinal? Whatever.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you don't have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Oh, he remembers!
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
Don't post the cake emoji.
But Mommy wasn't lying.
in toilet.
There was no
Impossible.
hidden route in that virtual world.
She said coom in toilet. Coom. It's a urinal, dude. What are you doing? Thanks for the bits, though. That's what you're doing.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Interesting. Let's just review. There was no hidden route in that virtual world. Important hint.
But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
That cum-soaked urinal cake, that cum-soaked urinal cake. Oh, if you see that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
What do you mean, of course, is what he does?
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
Alright, none of you are at work watching this through your speakers. You're fine.
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Really makes you think, though.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
A bang.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Reminds me of the seesaw sound.
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Oh no!
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Was the wall...
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Gonta's smart.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
Aw, damn it, Gonta. You almost had it.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
All right. Boom, 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 boom. Aha! Boom. I'm trying to like play decently well, even though this is impossible. Honestly, this is going beyond smooth compared to what I expect.
I see it!
I see it!
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Again? Damn. I expected a gambit right there. That would have been sick. I mean, I have the answer. I called this, like, immediately. It was on the wrong side of the rock. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Yeah. I don't know if FFZ... I need to pay attention to the road. I don't know if FFZ will ever fix the SRL plugin. They should just remove it if they're not gonna fix it. I had it until I unequipped it to refine it. What? That was worded very weird. Good. Yo, nice picture of Mew. I was staring and missed the cube. Miss. Oh boy. Oh boy. Where is the end of the river? Chapel side? I mean, I have to like move my brain back a step. There's 4 questions in this one? Oh, brutal, dude. Where's my nitro? Oh, I was looking at the billboards again. Shit. Dude. I'm not a good driver. Oh god, I'm missing everything. Alright, finally passing the center. Alright, this is getting, like, more interesting, at least. They should all be like this, but with 3 times as many cars. Mansion side. Again, I had it equipped until I equipped financing instead. Man, can I fit another hooker in here? Whatever. That's the reason I equipped it last chapter, was just because, oh, it'll make it faster, thank God. Like, that was the whole reason. Hey. Hey. What? I'm... Opposite. But it was an object, so it passed through the wall and looped around to the rock. I'm so far ahead of this case. But I'm so far ahead. Jeez, that was an unnecessary
It appeared as though the
taxi.
sign was carried against the river's current.
I had Maki in the Love Hotel last time I streamed this. Whoa, check this out.
We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel.
Were you paying
correct?
attention? Barely. I paid attention so much that I'm ahead of the game. Anyone who plays video games. I'm sure someone out there got robbed.
It should have hit the wall on
Maybe.
the far
I
side
don't
of
know.
the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it.
Holy crap, it was like an hour and a half ago.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
You said mansion.
The signboard should have been near
Have you
the
ever
chapel,
played a video game?
but we found it on the other side.
Oh, man.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river.
Alright.
Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
Okay. That's why Monotaro said, see, I was so far ahead again, it confused me. When Monotaro said there was nothing beyond the wall, he was actually just saying because it's just the other side beyond the wall. It was just worded weirdly, but like...
We're so close to the truth.
Just let me write in a freeform answer.
And what? All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
I get that. Move on to who the hell killed her.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't.
Hangman only.
The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
Are we on a loop here?
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Is this gonna be a hangman with some word I can't figure out? That'll be amazing.
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
No, Kokichi's an asshole. He's not a carry. He's playing a character right now. A clue? This?
This is it! It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Seesaw effect. That was so good. Ropeway!
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
I know!
The signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how'd it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble. This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Warp zone. What? It's another signboard.
That's it!
Goodness me. You know, I like the Dark Souls specific face spin.
Connected.
Be sure to read that for this game.
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly.
Whoa.
To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
Alright, as much as I love this game and this series, come on, dude. This part of this one is like, yeah, I know. Don't spend 20 minutes on it.
It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
They assume the player base is going to it.
What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Alright.
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Oh.
I got it.
BLJ.
I know why you only set up one wall.
Strawberry and grape was crazy. I don't.
What are you talking about now?
At least I didn't figure that one out for a while. Wait. I wasn't paying attention, dude. I'm waiting for the next part of the case. Whatever.
it. The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
I do like this Shuichi sprite. Too many E's.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
The same wall.
The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us!
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Dorm? Ropeway? What is the word? I'm getting owned right now. Jesus. I want to try to think for a second before I just go nuts. I do think the last part... No. World loops. Seesaw effect. Oh my god. So there's Mord? I love Hangman's Gambit. This is amazing. When it clicks, I'm gonna be like, whoa! It's mold. Dorm, more M. That was a W? Oh my god. It was world. It was world. Unbelievable. Is it loops? Holy shit. Oh my god. I was right. I nailed it when it was blank.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
But the freaking MW completely just threw me off forever. Loop.
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example...
Yeah, Hangman Master. That's why everyone's been memeing about Mansion the whole time.
When a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Oh my god.
Yes, exactly.
All that Wheel of Fortune paying off.
Are linked together.
I should be the next Twitch streamer on Wheel of Fortune.
The virtual world loops?
Oh my god. The 2-hour culmination.
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
Honestly, though, that still doesn't explain why there's a loading zone. I guess it's just a loading zone for fun.
and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Are you kidding me, Kaito? Are you kidding me?
Looping world. That's more extraordinary than even
I'd like to solve the puss.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happen.
Oh, could you imagine?
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Huh.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
It's quite weird.
Actually,
Okay.
if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Am I...
There!
There! Well, that explains the
That
loading.
loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But
Whoa!
the loading point was actually at the edges.
It's the thing I said connected like hours ago that I called a road when it's actually the cliffside.
So the wall Mew created
Jeez,
wasn't at
dude.
the edges of the world, but rather... her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
Then how come we didn't hear anybody else?
That's right. That's how the virtual
Whatever.
world works.
Good lord.
Impressive, Shuichi!
That was a long laugh.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Yes?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember?
Nope.
Mew also set this trap. It all began
Exactly.
when
I
Mew
want to get
showed us
on to the
map.
like actual what happened to Mew thing. The loop was the
Because
obvious
of the
part.
map,
The rest
we
is actually
mistakenly
very
thought
confusing
the
to
loading
me.
point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
What an actor.
Yeah. If Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
That's
Just because we found
Why is
out the
Kaito
virtual
silent?
world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet.
uh-oh.
Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What have you ever reached, Kaito? Good question. It's about time for an intermission. Uh-oh. What if Kaito did do it? Even though that doesn't make sense. Okay, so now that we spent all that time on something I already knew, it's time to figure out stuff I don't know. Cool. Maybe Miu killed Miu. That would be really lucky, actually. Alright. Good old intermission. You know what that means? Break time. Drink time. Party time. On this loop. Alright. Have fun here. I'll be back in a few minutes. Get a refresher if you want. And I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? How was your intermission? We talking Etrian? I feel like I'd like that game more if I had way more time to play it. I started 4 years ago. I didn't have much time to play it. I only played it on planes. I didn't get very far. I also hate playing games on 3DS, as most of you probably know. I'm not caught up on the chat, but Mikan's execution was quite weird. Alright. What the hell? I stayed on this line? I didn't even realize. That is... Oh no! No, no, no. That's not the same girl bear you're thinking of if you're thinking of 2. These are new monocubs.
Really?
What is, like... I don't know what happened to the writing of the monocubs as this went on. Freaks me out sometimes. Anyway, that was the intermission. Alright, we're back.
My head! Totoro! Pull yourself together!
I can still barely remember the monocub names.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves.
Yeah.
After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy.
Whoa!
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Himiko's dream came true.
What a colossal death flag. I'd be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
Oh my god.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
Yes, we do.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see.
Kaito's
Mew manipulated
mad.
the virtual world
I don't
to
blame
use it
him,
as
but
part
he's
of her
mad.
murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Well, this franchise goes on some real not cool subjects, especially after seeing Ultra Despair Girls and this one. I guess it's mostly these 2 games. Whoops!
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop.
You said sweat, you said sweat, you said sweat.
You said sweat. And thanks for the resub, Night Del Sol, with Prime. And the sweat.
After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah.
God.
Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
I'm not even gonna respond to that. You know what it is, and I'm not responding to it.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that's when culprit killed her.
That's
I have no
probably what
idea.
happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
That doesn't make sense. Well...
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
It's like describing
No say
me.
such mean things. Killing game bad, not Mew.
What if Gonta did this?
Mew not bad person. Gonta think we could have been friends if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Jose's back?
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion.
They have
If
some
Mew was
respect.
killed on the roof of the mansion.
Jeez.
The culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
Could have just thrown it.
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Did she actually slide off the roof? I'm gonna lose my mind if that happens.
Problem is, the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Oh my god.
Gonta, not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Bang!
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right,
I
T-Boy?
can't believe this.
That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
I'd like to say it sounds like I wrote this chapter, but I also like to think I would have done a better job writing the first half. I have no idea who the killer is, but I said as a joke forever ago, I wasn't confident at all that Mew like slid down the roof and hit the chapel, and I think that's what happened.
That's it!
Unbelievable, honestly.
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case,
No rope
Mew's
way.
avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. He felt the impact
No, I
all
still
the
love
way
the
from the inside of the chapel.
This isn't even bad. They just spent too long on the
Yeah,
loop thing.
that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force.
I'm just in disbelief I even thought of this as a joke. I wasn't even...
But why did
I
it
was
hit
not
the wall with
confident in it
such
at all.
force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
So, like, I got the
Friends?
situation,
Us?
the world, the situation figured out, but who?
Anyway,
There's more
can we
evidence
talk
somewhere.
about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
You what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof
You're
was pretty high up.
explaining it. I did this,
Past
I
the
know.
brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope, and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
I feel like... Oh, I think I got lucky with the connections that I made. Especially this one. This was just complete whatever. Different focus here is...
If the culprit needed force to move the
Kokichi
body,
obviously
I
didn't
wonder
do it.
how they did it.
I feel like... He does. I feel like he tricked Gonta or something. What do you mean you can't let him distract you? That's the whole thing. Oh my god. Down the roof? Nope. I tried. Slid. That was not an S. That was not an S. Slid off roof. Dear Lord. What was that? It's Monokuma. Should I grab that? Is that good? That was a hidden Monokuma! Are you kidding me? Slid rope mansion. Damn, that adds a whole new dimension to why I missed 15 Monokumas.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide? Thanks for the help, usedpizza.
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Damn.
Wrong.
Oh, dude.
It would slide.
There was probably one hidden in a mine somewhere. I would never find that.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
The physics are the same.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Shumai?
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby's...
Another reference that just goes right over my head. Well, the physics were the same as real life, so... Oh, the lattice. Yeah, it was in the storage room.
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on the roof. Not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around them.
V.
That's wrong!
Jeez. Built up speed for 12 hours.
There was something that could have
She
been
just went
used
in
to
the
help
loop,
slide
just landing
Mew's
over
body.
and over.
Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit later on top of
I'll
that.
just look in all the
He used
backgrounds
it as a
later, because
sled
I
on the
haven't,
roof.
I don't even look for them, to be honest.
I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
I thought you didn't remember.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the
don't worry
lattice
about
as
it.
a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct!
Are they gonna animate this?
After the
Whoa!
culprit killed Mew
The
on the
FPS
roof,
is like 2!
they placed her corpse on a sled
Virtual Greyman! Oh no!
and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
Who knew about this stuff, though?
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
Oh god! Oh!
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Dude, that made the whole chapter worth it. If only the virtual world showed damage, she would have been fucked up.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
That is a lazy reference.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Now I agree. Only good game, Sonic Adventure 2. Let's get it.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new
I
family.
hate that. What is he?
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Why was Sonic the thing that got Monokuma's motivation back?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Full Eggman. No! Am I supposed to? Was it me? It does happen every chapter.
In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed you.
Like, it can't be Kaito, he was logged out.
It can't be Kokichi unless he was lying. I have an idea, but
Since
I
we
hope
know
it's
she
not
was
right.
killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Oh, you got me.
I mean, you can eliminate most of those, obviously. So the whole thing they said was the only way to get to the roof would have been you couldn't climb up, so you had to walk through, right? So the only thing that would have been possible would be Tsumugi or Gonta. Gonta was outside. Tsumugi was inside, but I didn't. I searched there for a while. Did they? I missed that one. Let's let this one play out. Thanks for the 5 months, Zemmel. It kinda worked, right? Well, it's one of two people, or it's Kokichi. Kinda wanna see this.
It's you!
Lied about the roof.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Uh-oh.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Jesus. You all have problems, man. What did he say? Mine. We're suddenly in mine? Alright. Yo, they added blue? That's just gonna make this even more impossible. There's quotes under it? Alright, this is like... I don't know if this is lazy or creative, but whatever. I can't read it. Boom, 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 boom. What's the question? On the locked roof. Doesn't tell you what the sequence is, it's true. Oh, nice track. You got good eyes. That's clever. I forget that there's even dots. It all began when Miyu showed us the map. What's the other one? I don't know this. I just straight up don't. I'll admit it. Unless, like, it's this really obvious thing. Oh god, I messed this up real bad. This sucks.
I see it!
I see it!
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said... But later, you said...
Yeah, the time penalty became a lock there. That was the first one that was, like, close-ish.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could
Piggybacking.
probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Uh-oh.
Huh? What?
This is mighty suspicious.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I feel like he went up there, but someone else did it. Like there was a group of them. It was him and someone else.
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
Yeah?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't!
Yes, she did.
She
Yo.
did not!
Uh-oh. It looks like the decision is split.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop it, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. Let's scrum. Damn! Disappointed. That would have been a weird one, but you know, I was hopeful.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
What did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
Fire, fire, fire.
That's fine because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Huh. Oh, right. And this song is playing too. Okay.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Now I understand.
I'm not lying.
Now I understand.
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
Was locked. I wonder what these are. Not that.
I turned it back at once, of course.
That.
And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
What was that? What did it even say?
That's fine because I'm not
Kokichi,
lying.
not in the salon.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Yeah, someone said before that this song plays. It has the words in the background.
I didn't go to the roof.
I'm not good at lying, by the way.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying.
What's this, quiet noise?
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
Sneeze horse, what is this one? That has nothing to do with anything.
What did Kokichi do?
What is opposite a cell phone?
I turned it back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine because I'm not lying. Didn't go to the roof.
I like that. Payphone.
Rooftop and I couldn't open it.
All right, here we go.
So what did Kokichi?
I turned it back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I'll reveal the truth.
Did I miss the V? V perjury? No V?
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
I still don't think. I think he was up there, but he was up there with someone else. That's my call.
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there
Well,
for a
Shuichi
while.
got me for a second. I was
Never
like,
showed
what?
up.
I forgot I lied. I literally forgot I lied.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Ooh.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
Yeah.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Shuichi.
I wanted a split here, but I realized no one would agree with Kokichi.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room.
Oh, shit.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
Oh, shit.
Oh well, I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
What an idiot.
Why do you guys hate lies that much?
Her?
There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies.
That's a
you know?
weird way of looking at the world, my man.
And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you
That's
deny
what I was
all of
thinking,
that
Chinga.
just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. Probably.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
It ain't him, though.
Confess?
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
Nope.
I came up with a plan after Mew asked me to meet up with him.
Confessing? I still don't think. Alright, first of all, this is like... this is irrelevant, right? But remember, like, hours ago, it was at 6:51 apparently, I said my dad texted me a picture of the dog, right? That text has been repeat sent to me 5 times since. It just happened again. Like, every 30 minutes it resends. How do I stop this? Am I just doomed to receive this for the rest of my life?
She asked me pretty eagerly, too, so I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder.
This... Oh, I know it's not mine. But, like, am I just gonna have to receive it forever?
When I investigated
did respond.
the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock.
It's like, it's there, I responded, and then it's there 5 more times over the course of 3 hours. Okay.
Without a doubt,
Confessing.
she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting.
He created the most boring trial yet.
It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
Someone found it.
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Probably.
I'll explain my relationship with
It's like a new
confession.
separate thing from the other games. Like, they're not, well, as far as I know, they're not directly connected. It was billed as like its own thing, but you would absolutely not want to play this first, I think.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
I said that! No! No! No!
What?
Huh?
I knew it, because Gonta doesn't even realize it, because he thought he was asleep.
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
This isn't good.
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not
It's my turn now!
This is wild.
The truth is,
Confessing.
Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
Oh my god. Dude, I did.
As the Killing Game Busters!
One of you is a lot happier than the other.
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
I hate this chapter because I called like everything, and it's gonna result in bored.
What?
This game is unhappy.
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
Who told me this was the happiest game in the world?
Does Gonta have no idea what he's talking about?
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Virtual, though.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
No.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him.
That's probably what happened.
He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
Right.
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others.
Let's not forget there was a bug in someone's avatar.
Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
He's crying.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Oh.
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
Yeah, it's Newt. It's an emote.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Holy shit. Dang, can I lie again?
I am not the culprit.
There it is.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew was killed.
You got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
I didn't finish the conversation. Whatever. We got a V. That's wrong.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
I'm not a liar.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
How convenient.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting.
Oh my lord.
I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then? Like...
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaido is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth.
Yikes.
The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew!
This ain't cool.
It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lie.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it. Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Shuichi with the hard truths.
Huh? It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you want to suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito.
No.
Looks like Shuichi agrees with
Oh my
me.
god.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta would really not do it. Gonta, not culprit. Please, believe Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all.
No, this sucks.
I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes.
But...
2-for-1 Truth Special!
Am I teaming up
ruin
with
this tense
Kokichi and
moment,
Kibo?
but you guys seem pretty evenly split.
Well, half of
right
that's
now.
fine. The other half is...
So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
So we're gonna do that again?
Shuichi, why?
Doing the split, boys.
Why don't you understand?
Oh.
You're my sidekick, aren't you?
Dude, Kaito's gonna hate me. Everyone's gonna hate me. Yeah, they reused a clip from Chapter 1 there. It was all Mickey. Split opinion. Not many people to split here. It's possible. Oh my god. Base Kibo on my team.
Are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I've got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
No, my crew is bullshit.
He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi! Don't you realize
Kokichi.
these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Would Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Yes.
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I've got this!
Kinda wanna fail to listen to
None
the
of us were in
song.
charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo!
It's
That
probably
isn't
wrong.
possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Yo, I got it wrong. Hell yeah.
Lie! Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I've got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
We're weak. We won like 7 out of 8.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I've got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi!
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
I'm not gonna fail it again though, so.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this!
At least not on purpose.
None of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
It's gonna build up just for
But
the mashing.
Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi! I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
All a lie! Kokichi is the one who killed Mew!
Oh,
Kibo.
baby.
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Going to not kill Mew! Honest!
I got
It's
this!
not bad that it's
The
long,
truth
it's just
is,
impractical
Gonta
for
could have murdered Mew.
where it is in the game, I guess. Alright, what button? Crouch band, mash. Mash, 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 mash. B, 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 B. Why?
This is our answer!
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous! You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
What don't you get?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
God damn it, Konako.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit.
Yeah, the inkling I had earlier that Kokichi wasn't such a good guy. Yeah, it's he doesn't seem very nice.
That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this.
Really, just gotta. There's a rumor that he's not a good guy.
Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
Oh no, this is brutal.
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't.
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know. God, why are you so dumb?
Holy shit.
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Fuck off.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Damn, he's getting at me now.
Yeah?
He's getting under my
Yeah,
skin.
so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
God.
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
He's yelling, dude.
That's a low blow right
Just
there.
picture him screaming that stuff in the booth.
Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Wait. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Do it, Maki. Yo, someone's already dead. Chapter 3 set a precedent. If she killed him right now, free kill. You should just do it. Just do it. You can get away with it.
Maki, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. Does Gonta not know anything? Really?
He doesn't even know he's the culprit.
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
Oh my god.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Ooh. They were working together and he still said it. Strange dream! Strange dream!
That's it!
Wow, okay.
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
What? What? Oh.
This is it!
Duh.
When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
I know, but they made it word. It was like
Avatar
worded
user
differently than
error?
I remembered.
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
Uh-oh. Memory loss. Mansion loss. Mansion loss. Give me an L. Hello? I still got my hands on the head. I have too many memories of improved Hangman's Gambit. Jeez. Is that the third Hangman's Gambit? In Danganronpa 2, that would have been brutal.
I believe it's possible that
That would have been
Gonta doesn't
brutal.
remember what happened in the virtual world.
Oh, man.
Huh?
Where were we?
He doesn't remember.
Frickin' Seesaw.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What?
This is just wrong. This is wrong.
That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory? Gonta never hurt anyone!
Everyone's gonna yell.
No way Gonta's the culprit!
This is wrong. This is... Good lord, I played the whole franchise, and this is probably, like,
Gonta never
the
hurt
least cool
anyone.
thing that isn't Ultra Despair Girls.
Gonta wants to keep everyone safe!
You did it, but you don't remember
Never
things,
kill a
right?
friend.
Yo, based auto silence. Shut up,
Gentlemen,
Smoothie.
gentlemen, protect friends!
Gentlemen, protect!
Your lies aren't protecting
Gonta not lying! Gonta swear!
There was no glitch. Well, that's just a lie.
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Doesn't remember
Gonta wants to keep everyone safe!
Oh yeah, dude.
It's not affected all.
Panic
Your
this.
lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all okay,
Gonta not lying!
that means there was
Please believe Gonta!
No! That wasn't even it! Oh my god. What do you mean there was no glitch? The evidence says there was a glitch.
You're telling me Gonta...
Suck my dick. Oh. The song's playing. Wait a minute. Is that a Mass Panic song or can I lie here? Oh, device instructions. What is this? The memory! The memory! The cord! The cord!
There was a glitch. It's gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect friends!
Your lies aren't protecting me.
Yeah, I thought so.
Gonta not lying! That means there was Gonta, swear!
I missed the beat!
I heard it!
I heard it, though. Duh, I forgot this whole time there was just a cord called memory.
The cause of the error
that was the
that
solution all
Gonta's
along.
avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Xbox huge.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
Or someone did it for him.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What? Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
That's just a little too convenient. There's no evidence of it, right?
How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right as the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Gonta left-handed.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
No! No!
That's your left hand!
Oh my god, Himiko did it.
What?
Oh. Gonta dumb as fuck. Dumb as fuck.
Looks like it's decided.
Did Himiko do it again? 3rd chapter in a row, accidentally help out the murder.
What? Decided. He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Okay, well the thing is, so this is nice and all. That's just a funny detail or whatever you want to call it, but that's only the memory thing, remember it. That was just a side detail, because even if it was plugged in correctly, he would have remembered it then. If it was plugged in correctly. So, like, it'd be the same result, although I don't know what went down in the virtual world yet.
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
There it is.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
Alternate title for Danganronpa V3, Himiko's worst week ever.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew!
This is just wrong.
Why would Gonta do that?
Friendliest guy in the universe kills someone without even knowing.
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this!
Dude, Chapter 4s all have depressing results in the history of Danganronpa.
And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included
He abducted me earlier.
The perpetrator?
No.
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's
That's
no
why I'm
incentive
used
to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Secret motive in the virtual world. Planted by Monokuma.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Oh my god. Rip muscles.
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right?
Bonus, in, what was it? It was either Strawberry House or Grape House, and 2, there was a statue of Sakura for whatever reason.
And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
This is torture. He's not even speaking, dude. It's like
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The 3 at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
Oh my god.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right?
Millhouse.
Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out.
Miu, but why was Miu really just planning this murder in the first place? I guess she, like, could. It's something she could do. She
Miu's
didn't
time
really
of death was around 6:30 in the
have a
morning.
motive.
That's after Kaito logged out.
Unless the key card that Kokichi used had a motive for Miu to do something. And then in the virtual world, there was a motive for Gonta to do something. That's like, woof.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects.
I can't even, don't have the energy to call you a
Shuichi,
shithead
and me.
anymore.
Tsumugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
Well, both of these.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Tsumugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Kaito, like, you're a cool dude, but you're an idiot. Open your eyes.
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
I think it could have worked, but it would have been, like, risky.
If Miu touched
I feel.
him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of
She probably would have
strangling her.
felt it would have just been like a risk to try and do that, because if he ended up frozen, it'd be all over.
So then, it's down to one person.
He's gotta give him some
who
credit.
was
though.
that again?
Oh no!
Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
Oh my god. considered quitting. This is heavy. This is heavy.
It's Gonta.
This is like last chapter. Angie died. Who cares? Tenko died. Whatever. And then like Seesaw. Woo! Whoop-de fun time. Meme City. And then now I just feel terrible.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Yu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Oh my god.
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything. So, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing.
This is worse than chapter 1.
If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Come on, Kaito.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions.
You want proof? I've got your proof. After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Gonta.
Kaito. Is Kaito a god right now?
Kokichi said it himself. When Yu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the
No.
culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
Because they like giving you hope, but it isn't gonna work. Because Gonta, like, boom, killed, whatever, right? And then he like left, he locked the door, or Kokichi could have been the one who put it on the sled.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Nagito would love this chapter. The hope that it's giving us over and over and over.
And maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right?
Kaito does have a point though. Like he did something somewhat useful. I don't know why he was just like, I believe in friendship up till now when he had evidence.
If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
But
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
yay!
What? Really?
This is so. Oh, he's so happy. No. Because I'm gonna have to shut him down. I'm gonna have to shut him down.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, that's the worst energy ever.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
The truth? Okay, Kaito's trying to get himself killed.
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
Oh my god.
You'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now?
I'm glad I get to laugh in these trying times.
Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi!
Wake up!
Why won't you
Get
believe
woke.
Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick?
Aren't you my sidekick?
Wake up, Shuichi! Damn it!
Uh-oh, he's getting naked.
Believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? You say the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe?
I know who I want to believe.
Kokichi has done to us! Remember
What is that?
Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Say the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Damn it!
Damn it. Final blow.
There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion.
It ends here!
Damn it!
Ho ho! Discovered
The
toilet
we found
paper
outside
mansion
the mansion.
bone.
That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
Luminary of the Death Star.
The toilet paper?
Because the toilet paper is unbreakable and everyone's equally strong.
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else.
They shouldn't even be playing
Not
this
at the
music
scene of
right
the
now. It should
crime,
just be depressing
nor
music
unused
the whole
body.
time.
It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof,
Toilet paper on the bump.
then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
Someone could have held it.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
There was also some stuff in storage.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Well, I wonder.
There! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there.
Oh, convenient.
However, I don't think the
I know.
culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And
How
then
did it
used
exist?
the doubled up toilet paper to climb down.
How do they even cut it to this size if it's unbreakable? You just reuse it over and oh. You gotta roll it back up.
But in
Oh!
that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea. But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
So what was the motivation in the virtual world? Oh, FPS is dropping. Here we go.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
Why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop.
Yo, alpha up, Shuichi.
I
Let's
won't let
get
you,
it.
Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me.
That's, like, the most good and bad thing to hear ever.
Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay?
Shuichi's seen some shit.
When you're convinced, you just let me know, alright? Let's end this together.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Okay.
Oh my god. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in a video game. The worst thing I've ever seen in a video game. I can't even rock out to this music. Nothing's gonna cheer me up. Toilet paper doesn't dare. Oh wow. Can't even rock out, dude. Pepe, please. Is there a feels bad man, please, out there? Maybe. But a lot of the bad stuff isn't visualized, thank God, in Ultra Despair. Because then it would be like a banned video game. What am I doing? Yeah, well, you know, just because something's absurdly depressing doesn't mean you can't appreciate it. You can't just have everything be happy all the time. But this is like on its own level, honestly. See ya, dude. I'm about to log out of this game. Kirby's Epic Yarn style. A little despair. If it's in video game form, I think we're fine. I don't necessarily want despair to happen to your well-being. That's a bit too far. If only Miyu didn't do this and say, oops. Kotakus. I mean, yeah, but he's definitely up in the ante of insanity every time. Can't argue against that. Dude, if Miyu's hand didn't slip, this would have been a lot better. Let's open all this crap. Yo, Shuichi Chibi thinking face. Alright. Miyu's plan was actually just, like, awful. There was too much... I mean... It would have just relied on listening to her lies over and over, which I guess everyone would have bought. Oh, I'm in the kitchen. I can't believe I got that wrong. It's the thinking face, dude. It threw me off because the kitchen is past the dining hall. Alright, whatever. Blue cord on the right, red cord on the left. I don't know. I feel like the Monocubs only do it when you're stuck, but I'm not sure.
This is the truth of the case.
I can't even rock out to this song. There's nothing hype about this.
The case began last night.
There's nothing hype about this.
After being convinced by Mew, we all logged into the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device.
Glad you guys can dance.
So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world.
Look at him struggling back there. The Navy man's struggling.
But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar.
Imagine the glitch between your brain and something. That's not good.
As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world.
That was just convenient.
It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well.
If I'm watching someone stream of this, I'd be skipping it.
Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder.
Even Shuichi, like in this proof thing.
But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one.
Sorry, it's Navy Man when it comes to the comic.
Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged
Chapter
in,
5's
she took out
rather
the bottle of
insane.
poison.
Up to, of course.
And placed it on
man.
Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like
It's just
Kokichi was
like
killed by poison when we returned.
The most innocent thing ever.
Yes.
She's
the
smiling.
reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world.
I think 2's Chapter 5
After
is
we had all
like...
logged in, Mew explained
It's horrible,
the, world to
the
us.
result, but I think it's one of the best things in any
Use the
video
salon
game.
phone to log
I'm happy.
out. Objects are unbreakable. Your
But I think it's one of the
avatars
most,
use all
like-
5 senses.
I don't even know the word. It's just good. It's well designed.
She also explained the map of the virtual
Things
world
in every
the
video game.
mansion's
It's one of the
entrance
most
hall.
memorable and well thought out.
But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme.
One of
The
us.
very person Mew was trying to kill. Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case.
Oh.
Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder.
Yeah. This one's making me sad.
Eventually, we met up with Kokichi.
It didn't help that the whole first half of the trial was looped up on something that I figured out forever ago. It was like a dragged out. And then you get the most depressing ending.
Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan.
Alright. Everyone's gonna debate this
At the
one. This is
chapel,
gonna be the endless
Mew told
debate
Maki that she was
of all
going to look
time
around
over this
outside.
franchise between Nagito and Kokichi. You know who didn't have a psychopath?
She
The
chased
first
after
game.
our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
At least not like them. Mariah Hills. Yeah, they do. They go about things completely
Once
different
she made
ways.
sure we were
I think they
across,
serve the same overall
she dropped the
purpose in the
bridge
game,
into the
but
river.
they're very distinct.
This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel.
I know.
At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just
Look at
another
that
one of
gif.
Mew's pranks.
Pranks. It's just a prank, dude.
That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret.
Yeah.
of the
Also, the
outside
game isn't
world.
over, so don't actually argue it about anything. I don't know what Kokichi's endgame
We
is
went to
here.
the
I know
mansion and
Nagito's
split up to
endgame.
look for clues.
Split up and look for clues. Barry Burton said the same
Kokichi
thing.
searched the salon.
Oops.
Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside
Sadly, it
the
seems like
mansion.
Kokichi's going to be in Chapter 5. Byakuya was like completely nuts
Around
at the
that
beginning
time,
of the game.
Mew was headed for the wall that was on the
Well,
side
Chapter
of the
2
chapel.
specifically, and then he
She
like
passed
recovered.
through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the
Whoa,
wall
that
was
must
a
have been
special
cool.
wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way.
I enjoyed the parts where Byakuya got owned, or he was like smug and then
When
he
she
was
entered
wrong.
the mansion, she pulled out her cell
Go
phone.
Astros, did they win?
She didn't tell us that there was another way
The
to
one
log
time I
out.
went downstairs earlier, I saw him hit a home run.
Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that
Dude,
person to
and don't
log
say
out.
it's not important. Like, I will talk about this during this recap. That's just depressing. I know what happened. No.
It was Kaito who was on
Byakuya
the
is
roof
not
at
the same role as the two.
The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to
I
meet.
like him, though. He's my boy.
By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious. But her plan didn't go smooth.
Oops.
Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew.
Oh. Happy for all you Astros fans.
While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck
Gotta
up
say,
from behind.
my sports life is not looking good coming up. The Bucks looked like unbearable ass this last week.
And used the toilet paper from the
Uncomfortable
mansion's
sound
back room
effect.
to strangle Mew.
Very uncomfortable toilet paper sound
This was
effect.
only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable.
Oh, she was reaching for him.
Mew's avatar
You
was
son of a
strangled to
bitch.
death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world.
You see his little fucking fist pump? Eat shit for life, Kokichi.
After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room
Man,
and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone.
she was enjoying
Culprit
that.
heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully
I
slid
can't
it
believe
down
the
roof
speed
slope.
that happened here. Also, the phone and hammer stayed on top. Are we sure? Well, yeah, she died
With a
weeks
body on
ago.
top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof.
Miyu? No, no, no. I like social link with Miyu, but she's not Tom.
It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel.
Not have his sister with me inside him. That would be good.
That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Miyu's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion.
Maki's clearly the next best female
As the
character.
final step, the culprit had to then get
Honestly,
off the roof.
she's gonna like pass up Kurumi. Kurumi's backstory
Because we were
is
at the mansion,
insane.
they
I don't
couldn't
know how I
hit the
feel about
stairs
that
or
still.
they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop.
Slip, slip.
They
Slide.
hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby.
I know it's a video game world and all, but geez.
Without that one little mistake,
There it is.
we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
I mean, Kokichi would have said it. Oh.
This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
Get this off my screen, dude.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand.
No, just end it, dude. Just end it.
Gonta not smart boy.
It's not gonna stop.
But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else.
Whoops.
Why?
I skipped that line, but I think I'm happier about that.
Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him.
It was whatever motive was in the thing.
Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after
Made
so
me
many
cry. I
killing
gotta
games,
stay hard
I guess
while
it
I'm
was bound
streaming,
to
you know?
happen eventually.
That needs to not be taken out of context, but I gotta look tough.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the
Alright,
baby.
this happened. He put him parental.
He's even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Dot, dot, dot.
Now then, pull
Yep.
yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the
Webcam's up here.
and the spotless face-off! It's voting time!
Oh my god. Just do it. Never thought I'd be making this one. Announcement?
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Is it a tie? It's not gonna be unanimous. Oh. I'm surprised. One Kokichi vote.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
You gotta face the truth, man. You gotta face the truth. Bad vibes. No, it wasn't Rantaro after all. I think even Gonta voted for himself in the Kokichi vote was probably Kaito. Which is, like, depressing when you really think about it. Yo, I didn't game over this time. Oh, how much did I get? I went over the cap! Fuck! I wasted, like, 200 coins! No! The one thing. Yo, I got a perfect retry. Freaking 902. Freaking mine. Like, I got owned there, basically. I even got an S on the, or an A on the earlier mine. Huh. Holy crap, I'm rich. The only good thing to come out of this is I'm rich.
Absolutely right! Let me hear your joyful voices!
Fuck you, Monaco.
Let me hear your joyful voices!
Damn.
Wah!
6 names.
Yay! And another thing.
Yo, those little Ivan things up.
Here. Oh.
Dude, imagine the balls to lie to Monokuma.
What was that?
I mean, it's not against the rules.
Hey!
Oh, I see.
Fuck you!
Please stop!
All right.
Huh?
Because...
But...
That's not how that works. Pain in the ass. Yo, coding god.
Memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data.
Oh, so it saved data, but it got stuck on the cloud. It didn't beam back
I
to
can combine
body.
Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data.
I love his keyboard mashing. Did you hear that? I'm Monokuma.
Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete.
Alter ego?
That's one of my favorite memes when people are typing in Twitch chat, is when people just type random shit. That's maybe my favorite thing.
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual
Alter
space.
ego.
If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening?
What could the motive be?
Huh?
Oh, he looks dejected.
Huh?
What's that mean?
Hey. Howgi Geo de Hyokam Kaj. Oh higa I'm in.
Oh, Higamin. Howji Gigigo. Thanks for the 100 bits.
Hey, Now then.
It's even stupid like the real Gonta.
Please. Why?
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Oh. Gonta.
Huh?
He got cranked.
Gonta don't know. Wrong.
This is getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
That's...
Gonta.
Oh.
Yeah. But...
It.
Gonta...
What?
Oh.
Yeah, everyone just glossed over this. This whole chapter was just people being dumb on purpose.
Huh? Yeah.
Really?
What?
Really?
What?
Please wait.
Hey.
Huh?
Again.
In other words,
The right to view the outside world. Huh.
yeah.
In the game.
Huh?
Huh.
What?
You know?
Huh?
Wait,
Incomprehensible.
Oh?
Gotta say, the part I saw of the outside world did not look like a motive.
You get it?
hey!
That's cheating.
Too bad.
It's like on the floor.
Always messing around.
No. Oh. Oh. I just wanted to be helpful.
Could it be?
Maybe.
Gonta...
No. Wow, just beamed himself.
How'd this happen?
Okay, so the world is fucked up, and he convinced him to kill someone
What did you say?
to save them from the horrible world.
Wrong.
Damn. Even Gonta says that? That is fucked up. What is going on out there?
Huh?
Should have stayed in VR world.
How'd this happen?
Double hell.
But...
2 quick ones. Oh man.
Yeah.
But then it's not really successful dirty work. Now we're just sad and we're all still alive.
USEDP Ruru K Dilly Dally Wabuff at USEDP.
Dilly dally. Yo, thanks for the 9 months, Lampizzle. It's too bad. You gotta put some spaces in the B's. She'll go B B B B B B B. I think.
Get it?
Probably.
Hold on!
Thanks for the 9.
Hey!
Right?
Please.
Answer, Gonta, says Gonta.
Sorry.
What?
Why?
Oh, wow. Is it that bad? Holy crap. Despair! Huh? Despair! They said it! What is Kokichi's nuts? Man, but if even Gonta's saying that, that's some serious stuff. I'm not feeling like I'm not thanking you, Kokichi. Miyu's last moments. Ooh, booty call. But why was Miyu doing it? Dude, if you just reached out and touched him. Aww. She was trying to be helpful. I mean, it's not the right way of going about it, but... Wow, they animated that. Gonta's so sorry.
By the way.
Huh? Gonta.
Nice.
But...
Stop it!
She'd talk about my boy that way.
Well...
Sorry!
Always messing around.
How can this be? Sorry!
Oh, I can only cry so much without actually doing it.
Gonta, idiot!
Reach out to the truth. You said who did it.
Huh? Yeah.
Don't screw around.
Please stop! Sorry, everyone.
I don't want to see him cry anymore.
I know that!
Is he being serious right now? I can't tell.
I suppose.
So am I!
I can't tell.
That's enough!
Please stop!
Oh God, just end it. You're a gentleman, I believe.
Hey, hey!
Fuck you.
Huh?
And another thing.
So am I!
What?
Huh?
I know that!
But
It's I just want Kokichi to be serious for 1 second.
Okay.
Oh my God, is he being legit? I can't tell. Ew.
Ah,
Oh shit, is one of the kids going to die?
Honey! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
This is gonna get weird.
Gonta!
What is he?
No.
Oh, why him?
How can this be?
How can this be?
It's punishment time!
Oh my god, Kokishi's being sincere?
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, dude. Both crying.
Go to idiot!
Alright, let's watch. Newt like this. Oh shit, it's high noon. Oh my god, the laptop! Oh, why? Wild West insecticide. Is this what a hootenanny is? Oh man. What's gonna burst first? Woo! Ah! Oh no! Oh! At least it's lit. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
Thrilling!
They're all dead!
Dang it!
Why?
Unbelievable.
But how?
Got a minute?
That was a wild execution. Like, I don't like the person who got executed. In terms of, like, executions and creativity, though, it was good, I will admit. But, it doesn't mean I'm happy about it. I can't believe he's gone.
Damn it.
I knew he was either... I figured he was either gonna get killed somehow or just survive. I didn't think he'd be a killer at some point.
Got a minute?
What was that?
Shouts to Maki for not crying.
You?
Huh? I don't want to, stupid head.
Stupid head.
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying?
I don't know. I don't know. I think this is just the most insecure dude on the planet.
You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta.
What?
Because...
What? Hey!
Huh? Which means... You really don't get it.
Hey!
I said that.
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Gave us one of his creepy smiles. I feel like he's gonna be murdered soon.
I am the supreme leader of evil.
Of
So
evil?
it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of them.
Kokichi lost it? What?
Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
You?
Then...
You're so dumb.
You bastard.
He'd be dead right there.
Do you wanna die?
Oh, man.
Don't screw around.
Like a bullet again. Yo! Oh no!
I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
No!
Kaito!
I got jebaited.
You.
By the way, Kaito, is it just me? Or are you way slower? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Kaito!
Oh wow, she's concerned.
Got a minute? You bastard.
Holy frick. That's my girl.
Let's have more fun. Monkey.
Don't do anything stupid.
Are you alright?
Sorry.
My MP's a 0.
Oh?
That's wrong.
Hmm?
No.
Oh, man.
Maki should have gone for the free kill. Just give the advice. Dang, he's bleeding.
Kaito! Huh?
Hey!
What? Okay?
Holy crap. Oh yeah! He was like coughing shit up like a while ago, like a couple chapters ago. I forgot about that. That was just like a one-off scene.
Kaito?
Blood? Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Come on. Don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
It's
You're
not!
a robot, and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much, cut my throat or something. I don't know.
What's the end of chapter 3? It was like the end before the save. So I didn't see it when I booted up today. Drink of water, yeah. Drink all that blood back down.
Kaito!
Yeah. No exercises makes more sense now.
Huh?
Damn.
Well...
If I ever get that stressed out, please give me a doctor. Hey man, they built it for him to be like the comic relief. Doo-doo isn't working out. Well, this room is There's nobody in it.
Damn it!
It's almost time. Yeah, it's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it. Now is the time. I'll end this killing game.
I solved the puzzle, Pat! Give me the money! Yes! Oh, man. It was so easy! Oh, man. No, don't give me that. I don't want it. It wasn't 11037 after all that. Well, that just wasn't cool. Mortal loops.
My adorable mono.
I mean, I'm not gonna play more, but I just want to inch forward, you know? Just a bit.
Little Mana funny, little Mana dumb, and the rest.
And the rest.
Oh, why did you have to die? Your lives were
Not playing, not playing. Are you kidding me? It's 8 hours?
My grief is piling up like freshly fallen snow. I told them, and once it's over,
We'll watch this later.
if only they it's all their fault.
We're just getting a sneak preview here.
Think about it. Why would those kids even exist? What's an irreplaceable life anyway?
Good question. Okay. Voyage without passion or purpose. Sounds like an astronaut.